Trustees. Yes. Okay. So.
Anything I need to do or?
Nope. That's all set.
All right, I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. I would just like to thank you all for your patience to begin with, because I'm sure there'll be some speed bumps. But I guess we'll all bear through it together. I'd like to begin by adopting the agenda. Could I have a motion to adopt the agenda for tonight?
I make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Steph's motion. 3 seconds. Adopt the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next will be approving the spring meeting minutes. If you haven't, just take a minute to view the spring meeting minutes.
The annual meeting minutes or the. No. There's the annual meeting.
Oh, sorry, the April meeting minutes, April meeting, and then we'll move on to the
I wasn't even sure if the annual meeting minutes needed to be approved now, but it seems like it's fresher in our minds. Right. That it will be a year from now. That just seems.
I think we usually just review them the ones after, just so if there's any.
Yeah, I think we'll approve them then, and then we can do it both times.
Yeah.
No one will be any. I'll second.
All right, motion second. All in favor of approving the April 26th meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Right, it passes. And then does anybody see any changes they would like to make to the annual meeting minutes?
No. That's good.
Make a motion to approve the annual meeting minute. Is that what we decided that we need to?
Are we gonna approve them now or?
Well, we just want to make sure there's no change.
So, I mean, I don't know, I think technically we can say,
We can't we approve them twice?
yeah.
It's a year from now.
Who makes it on the plan?
All in favor of approving the annual meeting minutes?
Aye.
And with that, we will move on to the director's report.
I'm going to apologize in advance because it's been a very busy month, so I've got a lot of stuff in here. You can see some of the upcoming programs. The big ones that we have coming up are the senior scam protection, which we're going to do at the fire hall with the senior group. We've got the Rensselaer County Sheriff's Office is going to come in and do a presentation on how to avoid the scams that have been often aimed at older folks. We also have presentation from a man who's a mountaineer. He lives in New Lebanon and he just climbed to Denali. So he is going to give us a presentation on that, which sounds like it's going to be great. He's got pictures and video. He's going to bring his equipment so you can see what he actually used. Our homeschool series is going to have its last program of this academic year, bike safety and a picnic. I was able to get a grant from WMHT to do a It's early childhood education for reading. And so we're going to be doing a Big Bird's Bad Day story time. Every child gets a book. Every child goes home with a backpack or like a bag of some kind that they've donated to us. So I'll take some pictures. That'll be great. I'm looking forward to that one. It's preschool. But I mean, I'm happy to have anybody come. So, we're doing a summer solstice sound bath. Robin Catalano is going to do that for us. So we've got to figure out the time. And our kickoff for summer reading is going to be a Dino Magic mystery show by Ron Kane. It should be a lot of fun. From what I've heard, he's really good. We are also doing a repair cafe and community potluck dinner with the Steventown, what is their name? The Energy Committee. I can never remember what that whole acronym is, but we're doing that together. The Sustainable Committee for Steventown, something like that. And then just as a heads up, I've got the Lost Radio Rounders are going to be coming to play. They are a trio. I think it's 3 of them, folk type music, but they do music based on, they're going to be, this one's called America 250. So it's going to be songs, and it's an education/songs program. But I heard that they were fantastic. They did a program up in Albany and got the Colony. I think they had over 200 people there, and it was really, really good. So
Weren't they here also once before? No? There was
No,
a
I've never
trio
had-
with
yeah, no, I've-
Marcello and-
no, yeah, that was a different group that I haven't
Okay.
had them. Yeah, I haven't had these guys yet. So, but I heard amazing things. So I'm hoping it'll be a good show. So if you want to spread the word about that, that'd be great.
Is there a limit to the number of people that can come to the WMHT thing, or are we small enough?
I have 25 books. So should enough people sign up that I can give 1 book to each kid, that'd be great. If not, I'll make it to 1 family. So, but yeah, it can be as many, and it's a simple project, and it's just going to read to the kids. So it's not too bad. So, let's see. So you can see all the numbers. Our story time, we had 22 kids at one of our story times the other day. 15, pretty amazing. We're still doing lots of, our drone program was the big hit this year, or this month, I should say. The sheriff's department came and did a program about the drones that they use, as well as the canine. So they had a canine demonstration. We had 51 people there, which was fantastic. I wasn't sure how many kids would show up. I'm going to try and get them to come again because they came at 2:00 on a Tuesday, which was great for the homeschoolers, but not for kids who are in school. So I'm asked if they would come again on like a Saturday or another day, and they said they would. So I just have to schedule that, because it was very, very interesting to see all the technology that they use. Kind of crazy. And then we also had a craft and art supply free sale, and that we had 35 people come to that. So that was really nice too. Mahjong numbers yes, they are going up. It's been great. Are you recruiting? What were you asking? Jody said there were about 4 boxes left that she brought over to the green closet. Not too much, but there were a ton of people here. Sadie said they were waiting before she even got here at 9:45. So yeah, exactly. There was a lot of scrapbooking stuff, apparently. I wasn't here to see it, so. Oh, yeah, that is good. I think it did. I think a lot of things went fast. So,
Yeah.
right. I have to remember that, because I'm sure we'll do it again at some point. Circulation, children's books are up, adults books are down. Nothing big. Although our total circulation is up. You can see my little graph there. So it's the highest it's been in 3 years. So that's kind of nice to see. And same thing with our visits. We're just about at the same amount as we were in 2024. So we're staying steady, which is what we want. 25 new adults, well, 5 new people in the past month, and 1 adult, or 5 adults, 1 kid. Oh no, sorry, 5 adults and 1 out of system adult. And then you can see my other stuff. So I attended a DA meeting. We went over a bunch of stuff. There are new minimum standards in effect for New York State Library. So we have to comply with those minimum standards, most of which we're fine with. The one thing that we have to do is I put it down in a separate section to go over. Really, a lot of this was for me so that I can make sure I know what I'm doing. The minimum standards we need to do are relate to policy. So we don't have a confidentiality policy of the library records. We don't have disaster preparedness policies. We do not have a financial control policy, which we absolutely should have. And I just don't think that ever came up. So that's going to be something that we need to work on. We do have until 2027 to have all of these done so we can work on them. It's not like it's got to be done tomorrow. And then there's just a couple of others that need to be reviewed. Like our community room policy probably could be reviewed. So that's where things are with the new standards. And I am going to go, there's a New York State Library is having a ton of webinars and trainings on all the new standards. So I'm going to be going to as many of those as I can. Of course, the first one that they did was when our DA meeting was. So it's like, which one am I going to go to? Our annual UHLS celebration is on June 10th at 5:30 at Love Albany. Cost is $40 per person. Jen will be celebrated as our trustee of the year. So
And I roll from home.
Wait, it had happened. So congratulations. Well, absolutely. Very. So if anyone wants to go to that, I can coordinate the RSVP. So okay, we'll I'll make a list. Or actually I have the sheet. I'll have everyone sign up to come. Yes.
Same, but Mary Ann did tell me she wants to.
Oh, Mary. Okay, great. I will start getting that all together too. Construction grant. I got the letter of approval from SHPO yesterday. So that was great. So I submitted all of the stuff to DLD yesterday. I have to just put things into the portal, but she's the woman I'm connecting with. She's going to send over the application to whoever it is they need to do that to. So hopefully it'll start being reviewed very soon. So we can find out whether or not we can replace the windows in the building. I think it's great because the estimate that we had from the contract came in at $21,400 and we have $22,800 left in our budget for the construction. So I think that will hopefully be something that we can actually do. I just have to get some pictures over to them. So that's those. If anyone wants to help me out with the policy stuff, I'd be more than happy to collaborate. But I do plan on doing all that stuff.
So one of the things I do in my job is maintaining business continuity
Okay.
for our unit. I would say that I'm very glad this is a small library because in terms of developing these policies, 2027 is tomorrow.
So the thing that we do the most is steal from other libraries.
I am very happy to do that.
And everybody is very, very happy to share. So if I say, hey, does anyone have a financial policy that we can look at? But I mean, everybody's policies are already out there. So a lot of what I do is I'll take the policies, make them for us, and then, we work on it from there. So it's not like we're coming up with things
Sure.
from scratch,
Right.
which makes it a lot. So, but if we got that together and try and figure that stuff out, that'd be great. So, and honestly, I'm sure that if we have it by 2028, it's not.
I'm looking for other libraries.
I look at
Conducts to kind of advance.
exactly. So I'm not working from scratch. Like I wouldn't even know how to start a financial control policy. So I'll go to You can, but I'm sure it's all on their website. So what I do is I just go on their website and check out their policies and
It seems the best suited to.
or cut and paste, or
Yeah.
whatever works. So
Tweak it.
yeah, exactly. No, that's okay, because I've got again, their policies, I'm sure. Well, I don't know what Massachusetts law are, but New York State law is that you have to have all those policies available to the public. So, yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. The other thing that probably should also start getting updated is our strategic plan. I don't think I put that in here, but the strategic plan we haven't updated that, and I think it needs to be updated, if I remember correctly. I don't remember when we did it, but so that's another big project we'll have to work on. I attended a meeting with Michelle and Bill Jennings about the playground and the town park / town park. We're still working on that stuff right now. It's still just kind of talking. I did meet with Chris Sagas, who is the executive director of Upper Hudson. He came to SML for the first time this week or past week. Was very happy with the building. He thought it was beautiful, the same old wonderful things we always hear from people about it. So that was really nice. He is doing I just realized. God is coming down. I will fix that. This is doing the core trustee training for all new trustees. It's a virtual thing on June 18th at 6:30. Definitely worth going because it definitely helps to, anyone who's new. So if you want to go, we can sign you up for that. Do we have a meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, that figures. Oh, well, next one. The next one's in September, so that's sort of. I went to Berlin Elementary to read to the kids on May 4th, which was a lot of fun. We're still having a good time with that. I have one more month to do that. And that kind of goes to my other note in here that I did meet with the Berlin Elementary School principal and their reading curriculum coordinator, as well as some of the other libraries, to talk about next year and also summer reading. So we're going to be trying to coordinate summer reading for the kids in Berlin Elementary schools so that we can make it so that the kids who are participating in our summer reading programs are also going to get then kind of credit, so to speak, for what they do at the elementary school when they come back to school in September. It's just going to be a form that we're going to have parents fill out so that we can, because we can't give the information. Like I can't say, oh, Johnny and Susie participated in summer reading. I can't just go and give that to the school because it's a confidentiality thing. So if a parent wants their kid to be involved in that for the school, they can fill out the form. So Megan from Grafton is putting that together for us, which I think is great. And we will be continuing to do the library, going to the library and reading to the kids next year. We said it was they were happy with it. They are going to have a part-time librarian next year. So we're going to try and go on the days when that part-time librarian is not there so that we can at least continue keeping going with some reading. And we're going to try and see if we can't involve the teachers a little bit more, having, what's your curriculum? What are you doing this week? And making it so that we're reading more books that actually pertain to their curriculum. There we go. I could speak. I did attend a webinar for America 250, which was okay. It's a lot about programming. Scholarships are out, or applications are out. I've contacted Berlin, New Lebanon, and Averill Park. Haven't gotten any responses yet. So if you guys know any seniors who
I have a couple kids.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it is
on that.
It does. I do have it so that they're
He was like, I don't think.
You can do it. I think I had it for May. It's the 29th, so a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
I have been known to extend the deadline because that seems to be what needs to happen sometimes.
It was crazy this time.
But they're really lagging with all their things, and so
Mhm.
may or may not. If we extend the deadline, like if I know for sure that they're working on it and they need that, I'll let you know.
Okay, please do. Yeah.
Do we ever coordinate with the schools at the beginning of the year and just say, if the kids are participating in these things and we keep track of it?
They know that we give that scholarship, like all of the counselors.
Much easier to fill everything out if they're thinking that way.
The apathy that a lot of the kids are seeing these past few years is really sad.
Yeah.
Even the counselors are like, kids just, they're not doing things. They don't even, I mean, it's $2,000 and they're still like,
Guaranteed school money. That was, and every senior heard the spiel. 5, I think, 5.
Mhm.
Get the money. So the committee meets and those 5 are the ones that get awarded, but they were willing to scholarship all of the children that apply.
Wow. Oh my God.
At some amount, and they
Right.
didn't apply.
That's
You
great.
can't even get that, and it's just, they
Like
make it as
guaranteed,
simple
yeah.
as.
Yeah.
So, and I've had 2 students talk to me in the last couple of weeks, they turned down major college full ride scholarships.
Wow.
For like, it blows my mind.
The work at Cumberland.
No, think of this, one of them had like another option, but she went for one that
She
she
had to
pay. Wanted to pay for
Yeah.
versus the full ride scholarship, and
Yeah.
it's like.
Well, it depends on who's paying for it. If you know, they were doing it themselves, maybe,
Like. Lackadaisical and very non-committal
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
even throughout the school time, so.
Well, I sent out a couple of letters now to everybody, hoping that they'll send us something. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing on the website I thought was kind of like, oh, I would respond to this because it was.
You would think.
Sounds like a good deal. Yeah.
I think things will come in a week or so. I mean,
They're
it's
very
that's
much
what they
last
do
minute.
last minute.
Yeah.
They have been every year.
Yeah. So on June 7th, I'm going to be participating in the New York State Library Super Story Party. They're having a big party to celebrate the beginning of summer reading for New York State at the museum. And they were asking for people for libraries who might want to come and do a table. So I'm just going to go up there and do a table and promote the library's summer reading stuff. So
It's called the New York State
New York Library Super Story Party. Yeah. Sounds like it should be fun. They're going to have a lot of activities. So I'm kind of promoting it as well around here to try and see if we can't get people in this area to go that way too.
That's a Sunday.
Yes. Yep. It's going to be a lot of activities. Like there's going to be magicians and there's going to be art projects and there's going to be story times. And I think there's going to be a musician as well. I can't remember. At the museum, New York State Museum. Yep. And then for us for summer reading, that's what I've been working on the most these past couple of weeks is trying to get ready for summer reading. I'm doing something different this year. I've got in touch with all the libraries in the Berlin School District, which Grafton, Petersburg, Berlin, us, and New Lebanon. And we are going to do a mini expedition. So I created a map. So anyone who wants to participate is going to get their map. They can go to each library. When they go to each library, they stamp their map. When they get all 5, they get a prize. And I've reached out to stewards to see if they'll give us free ice cream cone certificates so that every time they do their 5, then they can get an ice cream cone. When they go to each library, there's going to be like an activity, find the dinosaur, dig the dinosaur bones, or, find the book that has the dinosaur, whatever, just to keep them engaged and try and do it. So I'm hoping that it will be something fun, and I'm going to talk it up at the elementary school, and I already told we're going to send it out in the parent newsletter. So fingers crossed. So if anyone knows any kiddos who would like to go on an expedition to all the different libraries, that would be great. And we are combining with New Lebanon this year because they have kids who live in New Lebanon who go to Berlin school. So I thought it would be nice to just kind of try and get the 5 of us working together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing
really
that.
cool.
I hope so. I hope so. The what?
The bucket pizza.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Well, Pizza Hut used to sponsor reading
Yeah.
You read a book, you got a free fan
Is that it? You got a stamp when you.
Oh, you know what? It's kind of coming back to me. Huh, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's the old days.
Well, then let's hope that this takes on like that because they'll get free ice cream out of it and they can do the expedition as many times as they want. So if they can do it 10 times, they get 10 ice cream. What? I didn't because I was looking at just this corridor.
Well, only because like we live in Stephenville
Mhm.
and we go to Avon Park. We are on the Avon Park side, so there's a handful of.
Oh, right, the
There's a
favorite park
handful of
kids.
us that are Stephenville residents that live in. So I don't
Have-
mind either
think-
way, but I just don't know if other Stephentown.
I doubt
I
it. It's
doubt it.
really
It's
the
just
elementary, it's just the school district. And honestly, anybody can do this. Like, even if you don't belong to one of these. Absolutely. So, you know what, if anyone, yeah, we can say that this is, it is going to be open to everybody. So if Stanley kids want to come and go to these, they absolutely are welcome to. And I am going to try and do a version and an adult version as well. We were talking about that. So I have to work on that. But at least I got the kids together for the time being. This is all going to start during when everyone does their summer reading kickoff event. So for us, it'll start on the 26th. For Grafton, it'll start on the 20th because they're going to be doing their kickoff event on the 20th. I might introduce it a little bit earlier just because it might be fun to just start earlier. So, but I haven't decided yet. So that is where we're doing for working on the July calendar still. We've got I've got already one of the big programs we are going to do is called, what is it? I don't remember. It's a big dinosaur program where they're going to be bringing in actual dinosaur fossils, and it's huge and it's going to be, I hope, a good thing. And it's also expensive, but will be paid for by the grant that we got from Rensselaer County. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that goes well. And so the other thing, I met with Megan Bates and Howard Johnson for summer food. Rensselaer County is no longer doing the summer food program.
Really? I don't know kids when they're getting SNAP benefits for the summer. So
That's how they're doing it for that
They're
one.
giving every child that qualified for the free lunch program during the year is getting a personal, I think it's $100. It might be different for different districts,
it's
but
different for
$120 per child. So like Sierra will get a
Yeah.
phone card. And
Then it should be all the kids in the district, because there was no qualification. They all get free lunch, breakfast and lunch every day.
I don't think that that's going for Berlin. I think it's school district. It's group by group. So with us, with our school district, Berlin's going to do it. Grafton, one of the volunteer places, and we are going to be feeding sites again. So we're going to do the same thing we did last year, but all the food's coming from Berlin this year. The Berlin school is doing the food, not Rensselaer County.
That's one of the lunch ladies told me. She's like, I just found out we're working all summer. That's why they're prepping it right up there.
And so they're Rensselaer County. Yeah, they're Rensselaer County.
I'm trying to figure out whose county what.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it's a different county, but that's what they're doing in Avon Park. All of it.
that's great. Well, I haven't gotten that for well, no, because we don't live in the district, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess that the summer food program was a bit of a mess last year. So they have nixed it, which is fine because I think this will be good because we can coordinate with Berlin a lot easier, I think, than we can trying to do all the other stuff. So the one thing I wanted to try and do, we're going to do the same thing as we did last year, Monday, Thursday pickups. Same time for the Monday, Thursday for pickups, parent pickup. I've asked if they could do drop off food as late in the day as possible so we don't have to.
Okay, and they're still dropping it off here.
Yep, they're going to drop it
up from the school.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No, it's a lot of food.
That's,
So,
yeah.
yeah, no, they'll drop it off. They're going to do all the distribution. So it'll be great, actually. The one thing I do want to try and find is a refrigerator that will fit better than the one we have, because the one we have is small. So if we can find a better refrigerator, larger one, I've already started looking on Facebook, to see if there's any larger ones. But if you know of anyone who's getting rid of a good sized refrigerator, let me know, because we can definitely use it. I haven't gotten yet, but that would be great. Yeah.
Bridge-wise.
Is that gonna, where is it gonna be?
I would put it in here and probably either replace this one, because this one's also very old and I don't think it's staying cold as well
Okay.
anymore. So either replace this one or scooch that one over and have two for the time being. But
How, and the reason I asked.
Oh.
That keeps things extra cold.
that's what we need.
Exactly. But I might need to trade it with this one, just so I have, it's my access for milk. So if you're getting rid of this one, then I can do a trade.
If you want to do a switch. Okay.
Does.
Okay, perfect. We're closed for Memorial Day and I am on vacation. I'm leaving on the 23rd and I will be back on the 28th. So I will be out of town going to New Orleans. So hopefully should be good. Oh, the other thing I wanted to just let you know, I just looked at our electric bill. I have good news. Electric bill for this month, we made 611 kilowatt hours of electricity. We only used 475, so we now have an excess of 136, which is going to go towards it for next month. So our electric bill was $22.89, $22 to give us the electricity, and 89 cents as a billing fee, which is just absolutely absurd. So, yay. Yeah, exactly. So, thought I'd let you. All right, that's it. 0 to 18 for the kids part, and then adults, I still have to figure that part out, but adults are going to be about on it too.
I was just thinking of some other little things. If there was something, like a little toy or a little dinosaur.
So every time they come to our library, at least, they're going to get like a small prize, like a sticker or a slap bracelet or a funky pencil or, those kinds of smaller things. But I could find something else too for people who might not be able to eat ice cream. That would be probably a good thing too, especially the littler guys. So, what's that?
I love playing on Amazon stuff.
Please,
Some dinosaur thing off.
please do. That'd be great. Thank you. I don't know yet.
Little nips?
Exactly. Free drink at Forte, see if they. I know, right? Yeah. I know.
Next up will be the treasurer's report.
Well, it's good news about the electric bill. Hopefully during the summer that will continue. So now when they are running air conditioning, because I haven't like the AC.
No, not yet.
So do we have any idea?
It wasn't too bad, last year, because they put the heat pumps went in. Yeah, and it was this, we were still very low on our electric bill. So I don't think that I from what I can tell, AC isn't as bad as the heat.
No. I thought good. Other than that, fuel oil is. We just looked at our fuel oil, so the church going forward and doubling. So, I mean, that's just what it is. And that's what we have budgeted. Then you just pay that on a C and D basis, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the prepay is really worthwhile.
That's what I had found. over the past few years, it seemed like it wasn't.
Current year is basically flat. And then toward the end, of course, it went to the roof.
Mhm.
You know, once your contract ran out, that's when they give you a bill like the day after your contract.
Of course.
And $1 more.
Other than that, we just gotta really get after the annual appeal again, fundraising. I know the fundraising committee was extremely hard and we just, haven't really come up with anything that, is a big ticket item, so to speak. If you want information, other trivia contests in the area were also fun. Nobody went to one for free, basically. And then another one over in Troy, nobody signed up for that meeting.
In Troy.
Yeah, over at Oakwood Cemetery.
Wow.
So it appears that that vote has failed. I didn't look at the survey results, but.
Well, you will just.
Yeah. And it's really good news on the electric bill, but we're still over budget.
Yeah.
Already,
I know.
That's good that they got that fixed because for a while they were not hooked up correctly.
Yeah, for a while, but that was last year, the year before last year. Yeah, but I've checked it and it's still running strong, so.
The program supplies and food things that are not gonna get paid for by a grant. You think, running high on that.
Let me see. I didn't think we were running high on it, but we might be. That does not sound right to me. I'm gonna have to look that up. We have not spent that much money yet. I'll take a look at it in a minute. So if you guys, I'll let you know.
So other than that, we did transfer, big savings into the money market. I have to set up an appointment with our good friend at Broadview, have to take Tim over there and introduce him to him. While we're there, maybe we can get Sarah off the account.
Do we need to come too?
I have a feeling you might.
Yeah.
A little Byzantine in some of their methods.
They really are.
I mean, but it's hysterical because they have no, third, verification when you go to the website, you just go flying right in. All the other ones I do, you got, get a text message or whatever. I'm waiting for them to text the phone number in there because it's a library phone number, so I won't be able to get in. So I'm not urging them to pay me over it. But Tim, you will have to come with us. And you might have to as well.
Yeah.
You get on. So we'll see.
The credit card too, right, Kevin? That's you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's one over right next to the Price Chopper and the Freesville. There's another one also right on Miller Road, right off the 90. Those are the two that I was closest to here.
Broadview,
Broadview, yeah.
one right.
The one in
Van
North.
Rensselaer there.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
The old shop, right?
yeah.
Still empty. There's also one Miller and there's another, the Denny's on 4. As well. So there's 3 of them around here. The one that I go to all the time is next to Price Chopper. We might get showing up. He might be. Is the problem, and we're still trying to get the credit card on the website, but the credit card is still in your name. So we had to change that, and I don't know if we want to put it in the library's name or in Tim's name. I don't know how we want to proceed with that. Currently, I think
Financial.
currently. Really check this one carefully, you know.
Let's write that policy before we do it.
I don't know how the board feels about if the credit card can be the library thing.
Yeah, I don't think it can be. It has to have, it has to be somebody with a social security number, so.
There may be another way, I mean, we can, when we meet with them, maybe they can be aware.
When I do my business account, it's my name, but my business underneath, so either one can process.
It's true, but
Yeah, so I know.
Broadview had set up in a totally separate silo, so to speak, and the two silos don't talk.
Fair enough.
So when we go on the website, credit card information is not there.
Fair enough.
So the way it works now is that at the end of the month, Kim compiles all the records, but that we pay them by check. Which seems kind of ridiculous, but that's how we do it.
This is old school. Seems a little old school.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, the way you can pay your cable bill is by snail mail, you know. I had that situation I've had another location. Treasurer for another church, and that's how we have to do it. Even when you pay them online, they actually send a hard copy check. Very funny, and that's the cable company. Anyway, so I will send out an email, try to get people's availability time. Tim, you are working, correct? Right?
Sure.
All right. So your availability is limited, I'm guessing. Okay. I don't know if they're open on Saturdays. I don't think so.
I think they are.
Can't remember.
They have morning hours, but I don't know if it's.
Well, no, usually you will have at least, you have to have an officer on. So, yeah, all right. So we can maybe on Saturday morning, we can schlep over there and tell them we're gonna meet at least a half an hour before several things. And 4 people walk in the door, 2 of them saying, "Why the hell am I here?" No, I will get with them and find out what their schedule looks like.
So in terms of the programming budget, there's quite a few things on here that we're being reimbursed for through the town. And there's also, I found expense that doesn't need to be in the programming budget. It should be in our technology budget instead. So that'll bring it down to about half of what it is. So we should be okay. And then there was also a couple of presenter fees that should be in the presenters. So I'll fix that all up. My computer's taking forever right now for some stupid reason. So I'll do it. I'll fix it all up in the morning. So.
Maybe let's just pray the elected go through the roof on the fall. But I don't see that pricing going down, and it never does.
Oh, I don't know. We can. Yeah, go for it. So, one of the things that we did find out is that we might be getting a decent sized donation from someone who just passed away from her estate. So we potentially could be, not yet. We don't, but I know how much it's going to be.
I know.
Okay.
And I knew her very well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going down to get her and bring her back. Yeah, but that was one of the things that she'd always talked about after everything. So, she was definitely gonna be something for the library.
So Zarel Handler, she used to be on the board and she was a very big patron of the library. So she passed away just a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so she has left in the will. Something's coming to us, and from what I heard, it could be anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 to 50,000. Who knows? So we might be okay this year, coming year. So that's nice. Wow, that's nice. I doubt that she'll be giving us that.
I mean, it is.
I have no idea. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, maybe like,
Yeah, that I haven't heard. All I know is that there's something. She'll be much appreciated. No, definitely not.
Able to care. We'll move on to, the fundraising.
All right. I'm gonna go through the results of the survey that we did. And you have a little packet in there to look through. Just background on it. We conducted the survey because we had a couple instances of really low ticket sales, both for trivias, but we had had a lot of success with trivia in the past, so we were concerned about what was going on. We wanted to see if we could identify some new ideas or issues that we should address. We conducted the survey online, and it was directed toward library card holders and community members. During the month of April, we posted the survey link on the Facebook page. Kim included it in the monthly SML newsletter multiple times, I believe, and then emailed the link to our list of 605 active cardholders. We received a complete of 61 surveys for a response rate of 10%, which is not great, but it's not terrible either for an online survey. Yeah. I'm going to have everybody skip over the top line findings and maybe come back to them because I think it's maybe easier to sort of talk through things and get people's input looking at the slides. So over 8 in 10 respondents donated to SML in the past, either through the annual appeal or through fundraising events. So, I mean, these are obviously more motivated people that responded to the survey, so that's not a huge surprise. Of these, donations to the annual appeal were the most prevalent, with 85% of the people who had donated saying that that's how they did so, followed by attendance at SML's various holiday markets and crafts fair fundraisers came in second. Looking expressly at past SML fundraising events, we asked people what they liked the best. The most popular were the holiday markets and crafts fairs, 51%, like very large percentage compared with everything else. The next most popular was the trivia that we did at Fort Fowl. So that indicates that trivia wasn't necessarily the negative. It's more where it is and kind of the affinity that people have for both where it is and the event itself. And then that Valentine's Day treat fundraiser popped up. 50% of the people liked it the best. So that's kind of interesting. Respondents primarily learn about SML's fundraising events through the library newsletter. Now, these are people who are receiving the newsletter, so it's not the same as if we asked it more broadly, but still, that's 81%. That's pretty good. Social media came in next at 48%, and flyers at the library next. Word of mouth, 27%. Press release is kind of worth doing, I'd say, with the 21% saying that's how they learned about the fundraiser.
Yeah.
Okay, so we then asked people if they had to select one way of donating to the library, how would they do it? How would they like to do it? And in this case, the annual appeal is favored over events of any kind with 48% they would like to donate primarily through the annual appeal. And 30% indicated they would like to donate in support of a specific project or goal. And I think that's pretty significant and something that we should do more of and think about how we can market that and make that more appealing. The higher priced events that include food and drinks are less appealing than the lower cost, low key events. So that's sort of interesting. It seems that maybe the cost is really a barrier for people. Even though these are fundraisers, we're losing a lot of people, I think, as a result of the high price. While a good source of income when offered alcohol, which we always assume to be a big draw, isn't particularly influential in the decision to attend an event. At least people are being honest. 77% said it has absolutely no impact on their likelihood to attend, and as many people said, it makes them less likely as it makes them more likely to attend. So, if there's no other reason to do it, which there kind of is because we make money on it, but it's a pain also to get the permits and everything. So that's kind of interesting piece of information that we didn't have before. In order of popularity, respondents were most interested in attending baked goods sales, sip and paints, baking contests, in-person bingo with money, and wine tasting events. And I sort of looked at the combination of extremely and somewhat likely, but prioritizing the extremely likely when possible. Okay.
Bingo in person.
And then we just asked if people had additional suggestions, and a number of people mentioned auctions of local goods, library yard sales where profits go to the library. I don't know, have we ever done anything like that?
Yard sales? A long time ago.
Did well, it was a lot of work. Housing, all the donations prior to was like a big obstacle in some cases, and they didn't sell everything, and so it's housing all that stuff after the sale. That, like, what do we do with all of
Yeah,
it?
I think we would have to get people to agree to take it back.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it would have.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Story.
Because it was part of the summer festival.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I think the better way to do it would be to say, get a table, like $20 for a table, $40 for a table, whatever, and then sell what you want, because,
And then take it home with you.
right.
What else? Lots of just very positive feedback about the library, loving the events that we have had. There's some mention of doing collaborations with artists and art groups, presenting their work, teaching classes. As usually, people don't come up with that many ideas that we haven't come up with ourselves, unfortunately.
Mine, in Connecticut, their library just did speed puzzle. And they had a huge turnout. They had the tables were packed into the library. Like every card table you can imagine, people couldn't even sit because there was no room.
What is it exactly?
Everybody gets each team of 4 gets a 500-piece puzzle. It's exactly the same. And you say go, and the first group of 4 that's done wins whatever the cash prize is, the second prize and the third prize. And they didn't have alcohol or anything at theirs. They did have a bake sale going on. And then for the kids, because some of the people wanted to come but wanted to, like, they had just kid puzzles. Like, it wasn't a contest part, it was just there were different age groups of puzzles that all those kids were doing together. But so, I mean, had to have square tables. That was like the biggest.
Any sense of how many people it actually was?
They had 40 teams of 4.
Whoa.
Wow.
You know
It's
how
standing like this in their library.
Do you know how they promoted it?
They have a newsletter and a Facebook page. Other than that.
Because that sounds like a very low
I mean, the
Not
overhead,
hard
she said
for us
the
to
overhead
do.
wasn't bad. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, they knew how many teams were coming ahead of time.
Mhm.
And I think they only, I think they charged $10 per person. And it was teams of 4.
Mhm.
So it was $40 for your table to do your jigsaw puzzle.
Mhm.
They could take the puzzle home at the end, because let's face it, nobody wants 40 puzzles
Right.
of the same.
Uh-huh.
You know, so they got a puzzle out of it. And then there was a big sale going on, so they were selling other things, for instance.
Yeah.
And they sell items.
I like that idea.
Could do that outside.
The Roaring Twenties just did that a month or 2 ago. They were part of a couple of other breweries that did speed pop line. I happened to stop in there while they were doing it, and they were very busy, so it looked like it was successful there as well.
Yeah, this was successful for them. I mean, I think they're counting.
Mhm.
She said the hardest thing they had to figure out was they had to find tables. Because
Yeah.
you wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
You have to.
And they
have a-
prepaid, they
Yeah.
signed up in advance, so you knew this many people were coming and. Yeah, that's something to look at.
I
Let's go
like
back
it.
to.
I like
this
it.
money. I like it too.
New idea for a while will be a hit, and then it wears off, then the next new idea, like, you just kind of have to have like.
Plus, if it doesn't have, you know, like, if you come on a Saturday and come and do your puzzle thing, and the young library staff can watch your children. Yeah.
I'm sure we can recruit Sadie to come in and hang out with the kids. Yeah.
It didn't have to be I need a babysitter. I mean, yeah, I assume sometimes, again, not my thing, but. You know what I mean? If you wanted
Yeah.
to make it a
A fun family friendly event that's cheap enough that you can
Those
do
are
it.
things that you remember. And so the adults are doing something that's but not a lot, there's potential to win if you're a faster puzzler. And your kids are still entertained over there, and you can buy cookies and everything.
Doesn't seem like the layout is great in
I was
this
thinking it
library
would be
because
really good.
there's space over there and there's.
Oh,
space
yeah.
in here.
We'd have to pay, I mean, if we did it on a Saturday or Sunday, we'd have to pay them $250.
Or forfeit foul.
Or Fat Fowl would be, I don't think that they want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
now.
Seemed like they didn't, although, you know, we.
No, like, we're not trying to off food and.
Right.
Right, we're just selling baked goods or something, that's no, yeah, maybe they'd be willing to give it a shot.
You could even have like a big sale outside, like
Kids
tent or something, and then kids can also like play in the field and be outside, play basketball. Well, that might be crazy.
I guess we can go just back to the top line findings,
Yeah.
because, I sort of drew my own conclusions from this, but basically, it seemed like some combination of concentrated effort against our loyal annual field donors, the people that are currently donating, and trying to find ways to make them more sticky, to be more about the library, and maybe get more money would be really an important approach, because that's how most people like to donate. Fundraising against targeted needs is something that people really like, and having mnemonics with a thermometer, just thinking of ways to promote that. And, if people would like their name on something, that would be one level, that kind of thing.
And also maybe like an event like this, you could have some sort of fun tie into, I don't know what, like even though we're hoping to raise whatever that money would be. And that for
Mhm.
summer meeting this year, whatever, something that
Right.
you feel more like, oh yeah, this is
Direct, yeah.
Benefit from the.
Why we're asking $10 a person, because
Right.
we're trying to get to this goal.
Yeah. Low key festive bake craft sales, because people just really love them, especially if they're around the holidays. They don't make us that much money, but it's something that's really worth doing because the community likes it so much. And I'm thinking one kind of large fundraiser per year, it could be that idea that we didn't ask about, because I never even heard of it. Bingo was the one that seemed to have the highest bang for its buck in terms of people being enthusiastic about it, and you can get a lot of people in, and it doesn't really require much effort on our part as long as we have somebody who knows how to run a bingo thing, which I think you can just find somebody to do that,
They
right?
have to have machines.
Yeah.
Senior center, they have a machine they call.
Okay, and then, things that we had sort of thought were gonna be interesting to people, like the cornhole tournament, pickleball exhibition, trivia, relatively low appeal, so I think for now, we shelved those things. One thing I was thinking about is we haven't done any new, resident events in quite a while. And that's not a fundraiser, but it is a way to maybe open the door to more people that will be coming, who will appeal
Wasn't it-
donors and.
Last summer we did it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we were doing them every
Every
like
6 months or so.
months, yeah. We kind of let that go, and, it's just something to think about.
I think we should continue doing it. I know
Yeah.
that's how we've gotten a lot of people coming to the libraries because they were
Yeah.
invited and
Found new people that really were interested in what the library has to offer, yeah. So that would be the other thing, but so, I mean, it wasn't kind of great news in a way, because there was no, this thing is really gonna do it for us, but knowing what to avoid is also really helpful, I think,
Yeah.
so. Because we could have gone to a lot of trouble with the cornhole tournament or a pickleball exhibition, and if people aren't interested in it, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Not gonna get us what we need.
I'll be interested to see if the cornhole tournament for the fire department, how that goes,
Yeah.
because Bill definitely seems to think it's should be a good.
Checking out what such a tournament would be.
It worked really well.
I didn't agree with the book.
Yeah, I really hope it works for the fire department. It's a different.
Well, I mean, the thing is too, the way this is happening, I mean, I don't, the bag of people who do this, I don't know if it's called a bag or the organization of some kind, but, yeah. So, we're gonna attract a lot of people. Fire department. Well, so don't get 99%, but we're not, but I think the idea is.
They're
Yeah, they're just coming at all, right, they're coming with all play, yeah.
every weekend. Weekend is during summer, a big one. Together. Actually.
It also seems like the firehouse
That's great.
demographic is better suited to cornhole than.
Yeah.
library. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was too bad. And that's, yeah.
Right. One other thing that Tim and I were talking about before everybody got here was how the thing that really generates the goodwill in the community is all the stuff that we do for the children, the holiday things, the Easter party, I mean, many things.
Yeah.
Too, right? I mean, those are the only things, but those really get people excited. But the people who are doing the donating tend to be older and wealthy, and they're not really partaking so much in those things. They might value them and think they're great, but they're not partaking in them. So it's kind of a quandary how to,
Hope people like these.
yeah, I think you're right.
And so do you.
I think that really might be the thing. Yeah. I like the, yeah.
I would want to come, like, have the, like, I'm not gonna be able to help.
I did a speed puzzle thing with the teens. I didn't think they would like it, but they did. We had small little boxes of cereal box puzzles, and each team got one, and they went at it really quickly, and it was fun. It was a good. I mean, it didn't make them pay to come for it, but that was still a. So if even teenagers are going to be like, "Oh, that's fun," absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what I got from the survey, is like the lower ticket items really excited people a lot more.
Yeah.
So
We could also maybe appeal to the people who are going to want to participate to sponsor some teams to play. You know,
That's a good idea.
Sponsor a team of your choosing.
Yeah.
And get them to donate that
Which
much,
is
and then
very much like that 30% that said they wanted to get money toward
Yeah.
something specific. Yeah, that, and that would be, yeah, that's a good idea.
how the teams see it done.
Yeah.
Seems like there's an avenue somewhere in here to kind of put all this together where the holidays I saw were a big hit, so maybe we could, begin thinking about targeting fundraisers on holidays that we're not already doing, 4th of July or Labor Day or Thanksgiving or any of the
Yeah.
other holidays. Keeping it small, keeping it, kind of casual, where maybe for the ones we already do, Halloween or Easter, we just put out a simple donation box. It's no way required to participate, but
We
if
do
people
have,
feel encouraged,
we had been doing that, and right after the pandemic, people were donating, like going into the donation jar, we would get quite a bit. Not anymore. And then for the past few years, it's been like I get $20.
Well, I think
So
the
it's been-
pandemic really shone a light on how important these kind of institutions are, because there are so few places that you could go and
Right.
and experience things that you want in your life. So that might have been part of it, and also just the finances that people are dealing with now.
And a lot of people who have lost,
Yeah.
jobs, benefits.
Yeah,
Right.
just awful. Yeah. Yes, bad time to be a fundraiser.
like Liz was saying, we could at the same time do in-person fundraising. Just open up the Square site, let people donate virtually. I think I really like this. I think the survey was definitely worthwhile. There's a lot of good information for us.
Speaking of the Square site, I think what we need to change it so that people have been asking about donating, especially with Ronnie passing away, and actually again with Sorrel, they didn't know where to donate online, and I said just donate on the annual appeal section. So we should probably put in there a memorial section. I don't know if you want to do that, or do you want me to work? That would be great. That way, and I just said, put in the notes, and I had quite a few people who were like, are you sure it's going to go towards that? I'm like, it comes to me. I'll see it, I'll make sure. So, but there, I think if it says specifically memorial donation, so that we can do it that way, that'll help too.
If it is in memoriam to such and such person, are they looking for that feedback? Like, is the family looking for that feedback of how much?
Yeah, we keep a list.
We're doing it for track that over time, because some people donate every year, not one or two people, we're doing every year in somebody's name.
Right.
But if they ever wanted to see that,
Yeah, and we keep it in QuickBooks too. So if they wanted to know the specific amount, it's just you pull that up really quick. But I've been keeping a list of, especially because with Ronnie passing, there have been a lot of donations in her name, which was really sweet. Yeah.
I wasn't sure how.
Yeah. No, yeah, we keep track of all that.
And one other thing, not to sound like money grubbing, but
It's fundraising.
tying this back to
Don't be ashamed.
tying this back to the new resident thing. If we could take a look at the houses that have been purchased in the past year, now we can go back a little bit further and look at the really high-end ones and figure out if there's a way to make inroads. Because I think there's a lot of new families here, new people here that don't really know about the library. They often have connections to libraries where they lived before, and some people are obviously living in two places, this is like a summer or vacation place.
I think it'd be great to have another new resident program. Just to bring people in, especially over the summertime. It's just a nice thing to do. So.
And then on that note, I wanted to mention that, I'm happy to do lots of fundraising things, but I do not want to be running the fundraising committee and planning those meetings and writing the reports. I'll write reports that are survey related or whatever, but I don't want to I feel like I'm done.
Put it out there.
Interested in stepping up, or if that's something they have experience with.
Maybe, I think on it.
I asked.
Yeah, not
Give me a month.
not putting anybody on the hook at the moment, just.
Give me a month.
All right. So. Moving on to new business.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday is usually the best day it comes. Friday is $20 for trying to get the people in. But we got a ton of them. All in pretty good shape. And the more you buy, the less I have to take over to fix it. Although we did, for future reference, we are getting a dumpster. But that just makes it much easier to. I hate throwing books away, but. So last year we did that, turned out great. We're doing it again. We're gonna be cleaning out the attic at the library as well. Something you can think about. But
You said it's Friday through.
Friday evening, Saturday 10 to 3, I think, and Sunday 10 to 2.
Okay.
Bag sale is Sunday afternoon. And it's being held at Church of Our Savior in the Fellowship Hall.
Thank you.
And that helps a lot with book sales if you can find a location that will allow you to use it. Right now, where all your donations are not cluttering up the library. So, we probably have about 2,000-3,000 books already. We've been collecting donations for 2 months. Going very well.
I know you have a good relationship with Berlin. Ava Park just did this, or well, I don't know if the whole elementary did, but no, ask for donations of gently used books so that they can give away at the next book fair. They can give away the free books. So they're like recycling the books. So they're just asking parents to bring in gently used, obviously.
I've got a couple boxes upstairs of used books we put out at everything, and if someone says they want to donate children's books, we usually take them.
Okay.
So
Like Berlin, if they wanted to do that same thing for their events, you could.
yeah,
I know you go up there.
I could definitely mention
It seems like it's been a good.
I like it.
Both school budgets. Correct.
Right.
So really,
Berlin got, someone did 3 votes.
3,
Yeah,
210 to 213.
yeah. Which is like what, 400, a little over 400 votes out of
Mhm.
2,000 residents or something, you know?
More than that. More than that, 'cause there's only 2,700 in Steventown.
well, passed, but not by the 60.
Oh, yeah, so they have to do it. Same thing happened.
There was just a big story on NPR about. There was a big story on NPR, WAMC about the New Lebanon not passing. Yeah, surprised.
I mean, the number of residents to the number of. And
But it's also the shrinking number of kids in school, so people feel less vested.
Any increase right now. Especially, yeah. This part of the world, very,
Looking at what Kim was talking about earlier during the director's report, we have a bunch of new policies that are on the horizon for us. And the thought that came to my mind is, would it be good to be forward thinking and put together a policy committee so that way Kim is not shouldering too much of the work, we can kind of distribute that. I'm just I'm kind of looking for a sounding board here, but what does a policy committee sound like to the rest of the board? How does that strike you guys?
I used to do the policies for the nursing home. So.
I think the committee is because once we get the procedure from the library, then we could just have three people kind of look at them. They're amenable to what we do here.
And Sarah, you've got that spreadsheet that you had created.
Yeah, like somewhere.
I have it somewhere as well. So
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I had given it to Patty when she took over the policy thing, and I think I tried to wash my hands of it, and I think I maybe effectively did. But I'll look for it.
I'm positive.
No.
I'm positive I have it.
Yeah, it's highlighted the policies that were coming due within the 2-year time period that need to be refreshed and rewritten, or maybe you just need to look through them again and everybody agree to them. But there were a number of them, and I don't think the ones that you mentioned today were even part of that. But yeah, I might be able to find it. I'll take a look.
And we had an internet one we did, we had something, I remember the internet one, we talked about that a lot. Yeah. But to answer your question, Tim, it's a good idea. And we have.
And it sounds like Lee is raising her
Super
hand
excited.
to run the committee. Or at least be on the committee.
I'll be on.
There you go. I have it. So SML policy inventory. My computer will.
So we would be interested in being part of the committee. I would also be interested in being part of the committee. I think I can help out there. Would anybody else feel like they'd be interested?
I will, just because I put that thing together and have a little bit of background in it. As long as I'm not running it.
I'm not generally interested in policies and not my suit, but the financial control policy, I'm a little bit interested in because I feel like it has been a lack here, and
What do you say?
and looking at you, Richard. So
You found out I signed up for another cruise?
We've got 4 board members plus Kim. Should we go ahead and just vote on forming the committee? All right. So then I get a motion to form the.
I'd like to make a motion to form a committee for policy development and maintenance.
All right.
second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. We now have a policy committee. Any other new business? All right. Moving on to old business. Probably should have spoken with you beforehand.
Oh.
I am not aware of any old business. Is there any old business you?
None that I know of.
Anybody else have any old business they'd like to discuss?
If the weather permits. fine, before they get too crazy. And then we'll go from there. I don't know how big the root stem is and what kind of chaos that might ensue. So I will need a chunk of time that's not going to pour right on me. To do that. So bear with me as I go through and pull them, but I've not found any takers. I asked a few of my landscaping folks if they're interested in having them. If you know of anybody that just wants a couple of free established shrubs in their
How big are these shrubs?
they're the two out front. I can show you on the way out.
I have a new submarine propane tank in my yard.
Well,
The hockey
well,
tank.
there you go.
Oh, I got it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
See if we need it from the other side of landscaping, some more for us, so if we needed anything for landscaping this spring, so I said we've got somebody working on it, so if we decide we need, if you want help with something or whatever.
I want to take notes on that.
You can get a quote.
Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to do things without popping on right now.
Yeah.
We do have a landscaping budget, so I mean, that's one of the things to remember too, so.
What I'm looking at is to take the landscaping budget that we have, make it where we don't have to really have that big of a budget to be able to sustain what we put in.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is that somebody, myself or a couple of happy teams can go in and just do what needs to be done. Maybe add some annuals per year, which would be, probably less than $30 to put things in, and just make it pretty and
You've
useful.
been to the plant store recently?
You get those sales that they give like free flats for $12.99 and you've got it covered. You space them properly.
Three flats for $12.99.
Yeah, you're right. That could be sales, my friend. You have a phone.
I have one thing for business. Yeah. That's something. But I thought it would be good if Jody might be willing to update us either in writing or come to a meeting to update us on where things are with the volunteer group and.
I can talk to her. I don't think that it's really gotten very far. And she's gonna be on vacation for the next week, 2 weeks or so. So,
Okay.
but I'll talk to her. I'm gonna try and have a staff meeting when everyone gets back. So, but I'll talk to her about a little bit more about it.
Yeah, because I think that will be helpful for the fundraising as well, to be able to plug people into certain types of events to help.
Mhm.
And, the more we know about who's interested in what they like to do, the better.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other old business? All right. Move on to public comment, such as it is. Correspondence. We kind of did so earlier, but again, I just wanted to thank Jen for all her leadership in the past. The award from the Upper Hudson Library System is very much deserved. You are a example of leadership that's leaving some very big shoes to be filled. So thank you for your stewardship over the board and the library.
I was gonna thank everybody for your nice card and gift, but now you're just embarrassing me for it.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.